Yesterday you practiced looking at different text features in your book and thinking about what they were trying to teach you. Today, we're going to focus on asking questions. The main question word you want to use is why. Why is something that way? Then, you want to try to answer it. Great researchers don't just ask questions, but they also search for answers to those questions or use their own personal knowledge to think of possible answers. You don't have to be correct, but you can use what you've learned from all of your research over the past few weeks to try to come up with an answer. Let's take a look at this photograph in my Positively Penguins book. Some things I notice are, I see some penguins black and white standing up. I see some things that maybe are laying down. It could be a rock. It could be dirty piles of snow. Although this one looks like maybe it's a head of a penguin laying down. I see two men in orange suits. I see snow. He seems like he has a camera or a video camera near him. I'm wondering, why are these two men in the video? Why are these penguins hanging out in what seems more of like a dirty area instead of snow? Why are these penguins here to begin with? Let's try to answer some of these. Why are these men here? Well, I know that scientists go out all over to different areas. They go to rainforests, they dive deep in the oceans, they go to other countries, they go into the safari, and they try to research different animals. So maybe these scientists are taking videos and photographs and trying to learn more about the penguins. Do you see how I asked myself a question about the scientists, and then I tried to come up with an answer? Let's try another one. Here's a picture from a National Geographic book. I want to focus on this picture. I'm noticing that there are white and black feathers, and I'm also noticing there's a lot of this grayer, fluffier feather, and that the penguin's mouth is open. Now I want to ask myself questions. Why are the feathers of this penguin's different colors, or even why are they different fluffiness? Can you think about what you know about penguins? Well, I know that penguins molt. I know they molt after they're babies, and they first get their black and white feathers. And I know that some penguins molt multiple times throughout their lives. And during that time, they have to fast and can't actually eat because those feathers aren't as warm as their regular feathers. So maybe this penguin in this photo, why is they different colors? Maybe this penguin is currently molting. Maybe this is a baby penguin growing up to an adult penguin, and he hasn't lost his baby feathers yet. Or maybe his other feathers needed to molt. Which brings me to another question. Why do penguins have to molt their feathers multiple times in their lives? Well, maybe it's like us. We kind of lose different pieces of our hair. If you have long hair or your mom or your sisters have long hair, you've probably seen it somewhere before. So maybe the penguins lose some of their feathers like we lose our hair and they have to replace it. Or maybe because they spend so much time in the ocean, maybe their feathers get weaker and they have to grow new, stronger feathers to help protect them from the cold again. Do you see how I'm using what I know about penguins' diets, baby penguins, and their daily routine in the water to try to come up with all different answers to why this penguin has different color feathers or why this penguin might be molting? Let's try this with some other text features. This is a map from one of my Emperor Penguin books. I notice right away some of the different oceans that are labeled. I can see the ends of other continents, and mostly I see Antarctica. It says purple means Emperor Penguin habitats. So you're noticing that there's only purple surrounded around Antarctica. Well, why? Why do emperor penguins only live in Antarctica? I remember last week I looked at this penguin map and it showed all the different breeds of penguins and all of the different countries that each of them lived in. So I know that other penguins do live in other countries. So now I'm wondering, why do the emperor penguins only live in Antarctica? Well, they are the biggest size penguin. So maybe their larger size has something to do with being warmer and being in the coldest part of our Earth? Or maybe they just were born there and they don't know how to fly, so they haven't had time to go to the other countries. I'm not sure, but again, I'm just using what I know about penguins and trying to answer. Today and every day, when you're reading, look for text features, captions, vocabulary words, maps, photographs, and ask yourself, why? Why is something that way? And use what you know to try to answer it.